Welcome to Danielle's Scraps. My name is Danielle and I'm glad that you're here. Make sure you hit subscribe, like, and that bell so you don't miss another tutorial. Hello, welcome to our catalog walkthrough. This is the annual catalog from Stampin' Up. It went live today, May 1st, and it is good until April of 2025. So we have a whole year with this beautiful catalog. I have been running my hands through this for quite some time, so there might be some bent pages in here. All right, so when we're going through, let me move some of this out of the way. I have already added some tabs to it. This is just to help my brain figure out where things are because it's quite different than what I'm used to as a Close to My Heart maker, as a previous Close to My Heart maker. But let's go through this. They have this broken down into categories to make it doesn't flow in terms of this is a suite and this is paper and these are all the things that will go with this collection. So they have it sorted in a different way than what I'm used to. They have an index in the front, which is great. So this first page that we're going to come to, these are really the kits that are available. So some of the kits they have are pre-boxed, they're ready to go, very similar to the Close to My Heart, if you're familiar with those that came. They had a card kit and a scrapbooking kit. Those are all card or craft oriented kits, and so they have a variety that you can choose from. There are some also a subscription kit, which is the paper pumpkin. So I know a lot of you, sorry, I just got a notification that my frames per minute needed to, my frame rate needed to be adjusted, but I'm not messing with that. Okay, Paper Pumpkin is their subscription that you can get every month, and you can cancel or what have you as you need to. So I will pull out, I did get a Paper Pumpkin retired kit in my starter collection that I got. So this is, I believe, December of 2023. So this is very similar to what it would look like if you were to get this. So it comes with a little, because mine came with my Demonstrator kit, I have a little note about it as being a Demonstrator. And it's wrapped real nice. You get a Stampin' Spot. So I'll show that up here. Then you get a small stamp set that comes with the theme of what is in there. And so to the side here, as you can see, I have not opened this yet. So we'll do that right now. So this particular, I believe this one, if I'm not mistaken, is December 2023. Yes, December 2023 is when this is from. It has a nice piece of chipboard in there, so if you mail kits out, this would be great to send to save for kits that you might mail out. So it comes with all of the instructions that you need to put together your cards. So they have 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 cards. Yeah, 4 cards you can put together. So very cool. Craft with Heart is what it would be similar to if you were a Craft with Heart subscriber. So all of these things, these are beautiful. It's gold foil paper, some die cuts that you can punch out, so that's nice. It looks like a little belly band, and then a clear card. And let's see, you get all your bases. So they're all pre-printed. That's different. And some envelopes. Oh, those are gorgeous. Beautiful printed envelopes. If you were a scrapbooker, you could definitely turn this into a scrapbook page very easily. Oh, look, you get some dimensionals, I believe they're called, and some rhinestones, and then maybe some tear tape. This might be some tear tape. Yeah, some tear tape. Very cool. So that was in December 2023 Paper Pumpkin selection. So I thought that was really cool. It's a nice little starter to a little sampler, if you will, for some Stampin' Up stuff. Just a nice way to get your feet wet. Okay. So that talks to you all about that and how to join. There's a little QR code here that you can scan with your phone, and it'll get you right in. All right. These are what my brain is calling add-ons. They call it quick and easy options. And for me, I call it add-ons because they're just like things that you might get to like add on your order to make it better. These are the top 10 crafting essentials that they suggest for you to have in your crafting arsenal. So if you're a card maker, these top 10 suggestions are wonderful. And this is why I called it like sort of like add-ons. These are really cool little kits that have sayings in them. Some of have images in them, so like a sticker sheet, but they're not stickers. These are floral, and then over here you have some labels, and I'm losing my train of thought here. Frames and labels and things of that nature are floral, like just little ephemera, which is what they're called. So that's where it's like, oh, this is a nice little add-on kit. I did get one of these in one of my recent orders, and I did get this stamp set right here. I thought it was a very good stamp set that gave a good selection of things. You've got happy birthday, hello, thinking of you, let's celebrate. So it had just a nice little miss you, a very, very simple one. This page right here I thought was really neat. It shows how they have elevated those packs. So this is just those ephemera packs by themselves on a card base. And then they've elevated it one more time with sentiments added. So like this little stamp set that's over here. And then they've done it one more time with ephemera, the stamps, sentiments, the whole kit and caboodle. So you can just see how they've sort of elevated these, and you can pick and choose which you like for yourself. They also on page 22 have a selection of card designs that you can copy, and I noticed that as you go through the book, it will have a little picture of that card design next to one of the samples, so pay attention to that when you're going through. I thought that was really nice to have. Let's see here. Try changing it. We'll see if Facebook likes that. All right. So these are their colors that they have set up. So they have a color family that are coordinated. So close to my heart, I did something, but we've gone away from that quite a few years ago, where they just went more to like the rainbow sort of style of colors versus grouping them into different families. So this is really nice because then it kind of shows you some things that coordinate well with those. Here are some additional just add-on stamps, just something to have in your collection. It's nice to have it because it focuses on all occasions. Here's a sample of like what I was talking about with that little sample that was in that first page, or that page 22 I was telling you about. There's the card design, and then there's the card that they've made it out to be. So look for that through the catalog. Scrapbookers, this is what they have currently for their scrapbooking. There's a QR code in the catalog. You can just scan that. It'll take you right to these features. These are like old PML cards. And so that's really where, you know, these come from, and they do a lot of pocket scrapbooking over here, which they will tend to bring in some more close to my heart style scrapbooking, which is something that I'm really excited and looking forward to. This is another really cool thing. These are all pop out or die cuts. They just sort of pop out, and then you can add them on your cards, or they would make really good embellishments behind your sentiments on your titles on your scrapbook pages. And I thought this paper was really nice. I noticed they have a lot of florals in their collection, but in what also they have are some nice neutrals that kind of even some of those out. All right. Okay, this is what I'm calling the sweets. And so sweets is new for me. It's a paper collection, a stamp set, and a thin cut, and some sort of embellishment that kind of goes with it, which is great. But as a scrapbooker, I also need cardstock. So this is just missing sort of that element from it, but it's not that big of a deal. You can just pick a suite and then pick a coordinating family that goes with and get your cardstock sort of deal. This is really cute. This is very fun. I think that these blues in here would make for some very cool monochromatic layouts and or cards. So I thought this was really neat. I liked that a lot. I did get this collection in my kit that I ordered today. Again, pay attention to those QR codes. They're going to be in there, and they're going to give you a really nice quick glance right to the website to order whatever it is that you like. So if you like this collection, scan your QR code and it's going to take you right there. So there are some really cool things you can do with this. I like this. We used to have this with Close to My Heart. One of the pages would be what we called a cut apart, and so that it was turned into somewhat like PML cards, if you will. So I thought that was really interesting to see that back into something that I was used to at one time. This one is to market, so it has a very farmer's market style of feel to it. I would be very cautious, you know, if I use this as scrapbooking, I probably wouldn't use as many of the large hero paper patterns. Hero paper is something that has all of the colors in it. I would probably use these very similar to like mix-ins with maybe some of the other collections, which is mix-in is what Close to My Heart used. So I will be referencing that a lot. Not because I'm trying to change things to Close to My Heart, but to sort of bridge like what I was used to and what I need to get used to. This wildly floral flowering one I thought was really, really beautiful. I loved this, even though it's a lot. I really love this. I thought this would make some really fun cards. I'm not sure how well I would like these big patterns in for scrapbooking, but I'm sure I could figure something out. Okay, this 1000% is my absolutely positively most favorite collection, and I did order this, and I will be basing a lot of my June Cut Above class, virtual crop on this collection. I got this whole collection. I don't expect you to get the whole collection. There are plenty of things that we have just utilized from Close to My Heart, buying all of their clearance stuff, and they're starting to do more clearance stuff, which that starts on May 3rd, and that's just straight to the company. That has nothing to do with any consultants because we're done. Our contract with them was over yesterday. But this will be my June, one of my featured paper collections in my June Cut Above. So if this is something you would like to have on hand, let me know, or I'm letting you know so that you have plenty of time to get it ordered, but you don't have to have it. I did not order this. I thought this was really cute. I thought maybe I might order it later. Again, this catalog goes for an entire year, so I really wasn't focused on getting everything right now. I was focused getting on things that I wanted for my upcoming crop and classes and tutorials through here. So this is called Thoughtful Journey. They have some really gorgeous paper that's in here. This right here is called Thoughtful Designs, and it's I don't want to say it's not really embossed. It almost gives me the impression of like a foil on there. So I'm really excited to get that. Okay, this is another collection. This is a huge one. So this one, you have 2 of these stamp sets, 2 of these dies. You've got some embellishments, which these guys right here are called Basic Gray and Smoky Slate Pearls. This is also going to come with a 3D eyelet embossing folder. And in addition to that, you're going to get some petal pink and white diagonal trim combo. So you're going to get both of those colors. And then you're going to get 2 of these paper collections. So this suite is huge. This comes with a lot. You can always buy all of these things individual. Buying them together, though, you're going to get that discount. It's about a 10% discount when you buy them all together. So hey, a savings is a savings. This is Unbound Beauty, and I actually have that. That came in my kit. I'm going to show that. This I got in my kit. I like I said, there's a lot of floral papers in Stampin' Up's collection. But I'm going to flip them over here. So they are double-sided. So these two go together. And so you can see here that we've got this hero paper. It's got all the colors. And then we have just a mono. It's not really monochromatic because it has the white in it, but it has just that subtle pink color. And I don't know all the colors yet, so I will probably just use rainbow colors for now. So that's one of them. Here's another set. And this, I wouldn't necessarily, it is a hero paper because it has all of the colors in it, but it's harder to call it that just because of the larger flowers. And here's the back of that. Isn't that gorgeous? Then we have these two colors. And again, because we have these pieces that don't have floral on the other side, it's really easy to be able to use the whole collection without it being overbearing with the florals. And this has this nice textured pattern on the back of it, almost like you take a sponge and stamp it sort of deal on the back of these. And I was listening to some of the videos before coming in, and they have a lot of these are hand drawn, which I was really impressed to know that they were hand drawn because I can talk right now. Let's see here. So there's that sponge texture. I like the sponge texture. Now this one has no floral, but it just has both different variations of this textured look. So I really liked those. Okay, so that is the Unbound Beauty collection. So we just went through all that. This is another big one. It's not as big as the other. It's $141 for all of these collections that are coming through here. I'm serious, like I think this is fantastic that you get all of these things because you can just do so much with them. These resin dots right here, these are the 24, 26 in colors. So every 2 years, Stampin' Up has in colors. So kind of like Close to My Heart had a color of the year. Well, they have 5 colors and they last for 2 years. So I thought that was really cool. Okay, I did in my kit opt to get the Stampin' mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I opted for this just because I thought it would be easier to take with me on crops. I also, because I'm on YouTube and sometimes I do lives on my Facebook, if I ever wanted to show a cutter on the screen, it would need to be a branded cutter. And so here's the plates that you get with it. You get 2 of these clear ones. You get a, this is to use with your thin dies. This is to use with your embossing folders. This is for your 3D embossing folders. And then you have a little pamphlet that comes with it. So I liked that they were numbered. I liked that they had a quick guide to sort of help you with them if you really weren't sure what was going on. So you would always start with plate number 1, put your thin dies down, and then if you're doing an embossing, you would plate, embossing folder, and then depending on whatever you're using, you put this on top, and then you'll sandwich it and run it through your machine like so. I haven't had, obviously, a chance to play with it just yet, so I am looking forward to doing that. But I thought this was nice to be able to have, like, it's really small. The only complaint I have off the cuff is, and I realize there probably wouldn't be room for it, it would be nice, like the Cuttlebug, where this comes out and you can kind of snap it inside, if you will, so that everything is nice and flush. That would probably be my only design flaw. I'd be like, hey, you should probably do that, but I'm sure there's some sort of patent or reason why they're not doing that. Okay, so these are all of the punches that they have. So I thought this was neat. I didn't see as many punches as I thought I would, because I'm, you know, kind of associate them with punches for the most part, or, you know, the red cling stamps, if you will. So they have some, they have thin cuts, I'm sorry, dies. You can, so you can get it as a punch, or you can get dies. So I thought that was really cool too, that you didn't have to get just a punch or just a die. You have the option of either or. And the punch is really nice because it's like, and you're done. Right? You don't have to layer it out, run it through, go into your machine and type out what you want. You know, like a punch, boom, done. It's instant. The bad thing is you can't resize it, but you can't resize a die either. So these are just standalone stamps with their matching dies. And I have a couple of those. I did get this I will be featuring in my class, or my crop, in June. Some more little fun, and I did get this butterfly one. I thought that would be a nice accent piece to have all year long, for whatever it is they might be using. Butterflies are always nice to have. This is going to be on my next list. I really liked it. I wanted to kind of wait and kind of put my head around what kind of paper I wanted to go with it. And since I'm worried about the cut above crop right now, and I'm focusing on those things, I thought I would focus on that first and then come back and order some more of these. This is definitely on my wish list. And when I first saw these, even though I understand that they're flowers, when I first saw them, I thought it was the weirdest looking Christmas tree ever. I'm like, that is the weirdest Christmas tree ever. And I was like, oh, it's not a Christmas tree. Got it. Encore. So these things used to be in a suite, and now they're not. So I know we have some Stampin' Up! Ladies that are on this page, so maybe they'll inform me later why they're no longer in a suite. Maybe it has something to do with inventory or things of that nature. So basically a suite is when they bundle all like things together. And then after that catalog retires, they sort of, whatever they got left, they put it back in the catalog, I guess, or they keep it going because it's popular. I'm not quite sure. But I would have to definitely investigate that. But I thought a lot of these were really cool. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. So there's that. And also, I thought this was really neat. Like, this is on my list. Like, I realized that this is old, but I really liked this. I thought this was super cute. So lots of fun everyday stamps. And this is on my list too. It's the cutest cows stamp set and the punch. I get a kick out of that, and I have some old, which I thought would be really cute. Let me see if I can pull them out super quick here. I have these old adhesive springs, and I thought it would be really fun. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have enough to do maybe a limited kit, or maybe I'll send them out as like fun Happy Meal. But I thought it would be really cool to put this cow's head on one of those springs and just watch it spring. I think that would be super, super, super cute. So that's on my radar. So lots of these fun stamps, and I keep wanting to say thin cuts, but they're not. I know that this one is super cute. I loved the punch with this, with the snowflake. I thought that was adorable. Okay, so these are stamping techniques, which is what is next. And this is really nice because it gives you an idea of how to use maybe the stamp set where you kind of, your eye keeps coming to it, but you're not really sure how you would use it. So I thought this was really a great feature to have in their catalog. So this shows maybe some that are reversible. So if you have the starfish, you can stamp it in one light color, then flip it over for the design, stamp it again in a darker color, and you're going to get this beautiful result. You know, it'd be similar if you stamped it on cardstock, but so it's nice. It's a great way to get extended use out of your stamps. This is really cute. This is a background stamp. when they're doing these, they're pairing the stamped with a sentiment of your choice, and I thought that they're showing how you can take these and die cut these with other things. So if you just stamp it out and then you're using a circle to cut it out, and you're only taking a portion of it and you're creating a scene. So I thought that was really interesting, and how they kind of give you some ideas with that. This is great for building stamps, so stamps that are builder ones. This is a great little tutorial on how to get those the way that you like them. So this is on my radar too, because we do Pinewood Derby, because if you don't know already, hi, thanks Michelle. If you don't know already, we're a family of scouts, and so I was like, oh, even though it's not like a Pinewood Derby card traditionally, I was like, oh, that would be probably pretty cute. So anyways, I thought that this was really neat that they kind of sat down and broke down some of these stamps so that you had a better idea of how they were used. This talks about those scene builders that they have. So they have this really cute one, and it shows you how to use them at the beach, in the day, at the night, with dies, or just the stamp in the summer, in the winter. So these are really good pages to kind of study and go over. Again, they're doing this with backgrounds. This is a background stamp right here that they have just literally fussy cut. Oh, it's right here. They have literally fussy cut this and to create this card. So that was interesting to me. This is this plaid. So they've done this right here, and they've got a full background with that. Here is where this stamp set comes into play. So I just thought that was really nice that they came through and just did some of these features on how to use their stuff really quick at a glance. Here's some organization that they have. I didn't feel that their organizational supplies were too expensive, which I thought they were pretty decently priced. This right here are just stamps. So these are just your stamps. These are all thank you ones. So this would be anybody that is like a hobbyist or a demonstrator might want to use this for small, but then they have just regular thank yous too. So there's that. Okay, so now we have some more memory keeping things that they have going on here. They kind of talk about their cardstock. When we're ordering your cardstock, be very, 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 very careful if you are a scrapbooker, because they carry the 12 by 12 and the 8.5 by 11, because if you are not very careful, you will find a collection that you think is gorgeous, like the 24, 26 in colors, and you will get 8.5 by 11 because you did not pay attention to what you ordered. So that's what happened to me. But I can still use them. And then since we're talking about 8.5 by 11, and we open these. These are the in colors. Remember, these are colors that last for 2 years. And we'll go through these really quick just so you can see how beautiful and vibrant they are. So there's 5 of them here. This kind of reminds me of the old thistle that Close to My Heart used to have. And almost like the clover. Almost like clover. Let me see. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it's a little brighter than clover. But I really liked how bright they were. I think they'll be very versatile, and they go really well with that Unbounded Beauty. Off to the side. So the only thing they don't have in 12 by 12 is black. So those that love their black bases don't have black at the moment. We have some more just standalone stamps. Very cute. I love these. I like this little technique that they tried here, that they used here. They used their rotary cutter to make their card interactive here. And so they just cut it up twice, and then you lift it up, and the little spaceship has a message under it that says hello. I thought that was really cute that they showed that right there in their catalog. So if you are into making invitations, they have a nice selection of invitations for a variety of events. They also have some things if you're into decorating your home with paper crafting. They have some really cute stamp sets that go well with things around your house that you might want to make a little frame or accent pieces of that nature. These are their specialty papers, so they have some metallic and they have foil sheets. Those are definitely on my list to get. I really loved when Close to My Heart had their foil sheets because it cut like butter in the Cricut. So I'm really anxious to see how well this cuts too. All right, embellishments. Okay, this is something that Close to My Heart did not do very well on, and that's embellishments. Okay, ribbon. That we haven't had ribbon in years, and we had to buy it off of Amazon and use it in Baker's Twine and all of those fun things, and we have all of the things for ribbon. So many different colors of ribbon. Bling, like there is no tomorrow. I love all of this bling. Now this is some bling that I have right here. These are enamel dots. No, they're not enamel dots. Oh, let me see, what are they? Give me 1 second. Boy, this is also new to me. Number 23 is what they are. They are rainbow adhesive backed dots. Very thin, which is something that we're not totally used to with Close to My Heart. Let me see if I can pull some of theirs. There's a little bit thicker, but they're not as, they're smaller. They're smaller in size, but a little bit thinner, like height-wise, than Close to My Heart. You probably can't even see that. I'm really just showing you nothing. I do like them. The only thing I will say is they pop off their carrier sheet very, very easily. Like one just popped off right there. I guess you're not supposed to like whale them around on camera, but that'd probably be my only thing, is they just pop off that relatively easy. Adhesive for days. They have the dimensionals, which I talked about a little bit ago from the paper pumpkin. One thing that I thought was really, really cool is they have them in black. So I thought that was really neat. If you're doing a darker card and you don't want that white foam to like pop out from the side and you want it to blend, this was nice. And it also has an emblem here of the stamp, that it can be used with die cuts, and it can be used with paper and cardstock. So I liked that they tell you what this adhesive is good for. So their little key is over here on the side. So if it's a rectangle, it's cardstock, ribbon, embellishments, die cuts, 3D project. So for example, this one right here, this is this perfectly precise with the little pin glue tip. This one is really good for embellishments, and it works really good for your die cuts. This right here, which we all love to hate and hate to love, this combo, just gets that gunkiness. It's good for 3D projects. So I really liked how they have a little guide here, and it helps you decide whether or not that adhesive is right for your project. All the things watercolor. I love to watercolor. I hope that they will not frown on me for using my watercolor palette too much, because I love that thing. I just used it in a video a couple of weeks ago. So these are all the things for watercolor must-haves, and they have little techniques and things of that nature on here too. So I thought that was cool. Okay, my little tab for this next section is crafting techniques. So again, they're going to show you a project, and then they're going to show you how you can use it. So they have this punch, and then they show you how you can make like a little slider card with this punch. Now, if you have the slider stuff from Close to My Heart that they sold, you won't need that. It's the same thing. I'm trying to see if I have mine out. I do not. It's tucked away. But I really liked that. How to make a peekaboo card, some fun folds, and using your bone folder. So I like that they have a tool and a technique that goes with it. So here's some more embellishments, shaker cards. These little dies right here are good for making little tiny shaker cards, so I thought that was cute. More tools and how to use them, what you can do with a brayer, rock and roll, how to use some masking paper, how to use some blending brushes. So that's really, really, really nice that they have that in here. These are all of your items that you're going to use with your heat gun. So you would want to have some of these in your arsenal if you don't have them already, a heat tool, your Versamark ink, stuff of that nature, so that you can get through paste, any pasting that anything you need that would be like embossing, texture, things of that nature is right in here. These are really cool. These are embossing folders, but what's really neat is they have embossing folders that emboss and cut. And so you find those right at the bottom down here. They have 3 of them. So these emboss and cut some sentiments, these emboss and cut some sand dollars, and these emboss and cut some hearts. So I thought that was really interesting to see that that was like a 2-for-1. All right, they have their own section of alcohol markers that are great because they literally match their inks to a T. So I have just recently purchased almost the entire collection of Tri-Blend Spectrum by Spectrum Noir last summer. Had I known this was coming, I probably wouldn't have got them. So I can't tell you how soon I will transition over to the Stampin' Blends, just because economically I don't see, other than, you know, showing it on a video or something of that nature, why I would need another set of alcohol markers. So maybe once they start to bleed out, or dry up, I should say, then I might start transitioning over to my favorites. They also have markers that are, they match their ink pads, but they're not alcohol. They're like a watercolor marker. Not really a watercolor. They're water-based. That's what I'm trying to say. And they have a whole set of those. So those are definitely worth checking out too. So they have a nice color theory in their catalog. I really took some time and studied this for a little bit just to kind of get a feel for their things here. And if you were looking for something that was triadic, so this would be 3 complementary colors, this is great because it gives you an idea. So if you wanted Summer Splash, you're going to go right over to Peach Pie as your next complementary color. So that would be right over here. So you got your green and blue and your orange, and your next would be a Berry Burst, which would be here. So I thought that that was really neat. So it tells you how to figure out what those colors would be based on what you are going for. Here are all of their colors. So again, I talked about those in colors are here. Pay attention when you're ordering your 12 by 12 versus your 8.5 by 11. And at the current moment, when you're ordering cardstock with Close to My Heart, it was really nice because if you got a paper collection, you would get 2 of each of those cardstock colors. These only come in single colors, so there aren't any blended color packs here. So if you order 12 by 12, you're getting all Lemon Lolly, you're getting all soft sea foam. You're not going to be able to pick and choose the colors you want like we used to be able to do. They also have 6 by 6 pads of paper, and that, if we just back up here really quick here, this collection that I'm talking about that I really love, that I said I was going to feature, this is 6 by 6. So when you get that, don't be surprised that it's not 12 by 12. And for everything that we're going to do in that group, these will be the perfect size. So I'm not going to, again, you don't have to buy them, you can use your stash. So once again, all of the families are broken up into categories. It's not a rainbow family where you can just go all the, you know, red, orange, yellow, so on and so forth. Again, pay attention to your size of paper that you're ordering, that it's 12 by 12. If you're card makers, obviously that 8.5 by 11 is going to be a better value for cutting your cardstock in half and making your cards. You'll also find your ink here. Again, black is not going to come in that 12 by 12, and their basic beige doesn't come in 12 by 12 either. So those two can only be bought in 8.5 by 11. So that's something to consider when you are going through and making your purchases. And now we're to the end of that beautiful, beautiful book. Now they have a really good deal in their if you love those In Colors, they have a very good deal right now, and I'm going to share that after the video so that you can read all about joining Stampin' Up! If that's something you would want to do for the discount or what have you. I do want to show you my workshop that I have been working on since forever ago, because it's taken me forever to make one. So this is with the paper collection called A Little Latte, and so I have put this together. Hopefully you can see the whole thing in here. It's a 4-page or 8-page double layout workshop, and I have used print and cut, and then I have used alcohol markers to make my titles. So that's how I was able to get my titles, and I created my own little ephemera by using the Cricut. So I have all of those files set. All you have to do is click the link and cut. So this is layout number 1. So it comes with 3 4x4 pictures here, 1 over here, and a 3x4 over there. And this actually is flipped. So it says, "I like you a latte, but coffee first." So I thought that was super cute. So there's layout number 1. And this is all Stampin' Up! Paper. And I try to utilize my close to my heart cardstock when I didn't have enough. So like the brown is my close to my heart cardstock. Okay, this is layout number 2. Life Happens, Coffee Helps. Again, these titles were all colored with alcohol markers, and all I did is just print it on my printer, cut it with my Cricut, and then I just heat set the ink before I colored with my alcohol markers, or you can let it dry for 24 hours. So there's layout number 2, and these are all switched. There you go. That looks better. And this little guy is part of my ephemera that I create on the Cricut, and he's just a little donut, and he's doubled up. I don't know if you can see that. All right. Here is layout number 3. Let me fix these because these are just placeholders, right? So layout 3 has a little espresso or a little coffee machine over here. It says, "I just want to drink coffee and make pretty things." So I love to drink coffee. It's really fun to try new ones. So I thought, oh, this would be like a really great layout to make. All right, and then the last one, you have 4 4x4 photos on the right hand side and 2 4x4 on the left, and my title just says "Coffee and Friends Are the Perfect Blend." And again, I've got these little ephemeras that I've cut out on the Cricut, which are all ready for you to go. So that's layout 4. So this is my items that I'm playing with that I'm not ready to, I'm going to put the pictures out. I'm not quite ready to put the workshop guide or anything of that nature out just yet, but I thought, oh, I will definitely show all of you this fun stuff. So there's my workshop. I love this. And I do a lot of paper staving on this so that I can stretch it. So I've definitely gutted this, and then I was able, the gut from this is actually right in here, that piece there. So I've done that a couple of times on these just to sort of make everything go a little bit further. And then if you do not have, but you are interested in snagging a catalog, I am willing to get one to you. They are available for purchase, but I have 6 of these that I would be willing to give out to my beautiful customers here. When you reach out to me, and we'll talk. If you're really interested in one, let me know. Otherwise, they are available online in a digital format. So whichever is easier for you. I know some people like to have that physical copy in their hands. So that's the catalog walkthrough that I have for you. Those are some of my thoughts and opinions about the catalog. You will see me moving forward using a little more Stampin' Up! Than Close to My Heart, but you will still see me use maybe some of the inks, definitely some of those Spectrum Noir alcohol markers, things that I believe you might still have in your stash or like in your stash that you want to be able to use up I just want to see you guys use what you have in your stash first before running out and adding more to your arsenal when you really don't need to, kind of deal. So I hope you thoroughly enjoyed my little walkthrough, my little tabs to keep my mind straight. And you guys have a wonderful afternoon, or evening, I should say. I will talk to you guys later, and have a great evening. Bye, everyone.